I'm Johnny Rowland. Welcome to Guns and Gears. You know, friends, if you'll listen closely, you can hear one of the great sounds of spring to us as gearheads. That's an oil rig running, a drilling rig. They're looking for more oil. That's one thing we here in Louisiana do with some skill and precision is drill for oil. Yes, friends, helping to ensure our motorized future. We've got a great show for you today. If you have any questions about something you've seen on the show, please check our website, gunsandgears.tv. Again, gunsandgears.tv. And we're going to have some detailed things about features on the show, and we're going to have some very special things I don't think you're going to want to miss. You know, a time could present itself when you might need to shoot two targets at the same time. Or you might just want to have fun and shoot two targets at the same time. Looks something like this. That's what you do. You just sort of unlock your eyes, and the right eye goes to the right gun and the left eye goes to the left gun. Looks sort of like this. Yes, that was fun. And you know what? We've got another target over here. Let's do a little more two-gun shooting. And actually, not too bad, a two-gun rapid-fire group. Hadn't you always just wanted to do that? Tell me the truth now. I have heard quite a number of people over the years say, well, all they wanted was a shotgun for defense or some other purpose, that all you had to do is just point it in the general direction, just point it that way and it'll just cover everything. Think so? Well, some people obviously do. Well, let's take a garden variety 12 gauge here, and we're back several feet from our target, and let's just see what sort of pattern we get at a few feet on the target. Doesn't look like it covers everything to me. That hole is just a little bit bigger than the bore. There's the shotgun shell right there, just a little bit bigger. Yes, you have to aim these things. Many times you've heard a reference to, well, we gave them both barrels. Well, let's indeed see what both barrels looks like. This time we're going to aim. We've got an aiming point there at a few feet. And let's see how close do they hit together, just for information that we might need sometime. Let's do it now. Interesting. Check it out. It's about the size of two shotgun shells. So yes, Virginia, you do have to aim a shotgun. They're more precise than many of us have thought. Welcome to our classic car section. Friends, this is an unbelievable find. This is a 1965 fastback Mustang 2+2. Means it has the fold-down rear seat. It has a 289 4-barrel carburetor, an automatic transmission, and is in terrific condition. This is a great car. If you really want to drive one on the street, one of these classics, it is one of the nicest you're going to find. Friends, just check out the immaculate quality of this great 65 fastback. Again, 2+2 pony interior. And listen at this. When you close the door, listen. Solid. Terrific car. Friends, talk about a dream come true. So many of us had wanted these when they came out. And of course, many of us were too young or couldn't afford them. Just such a wonderful car. You can make that dream a reality today right here through our website, gunsandgears.tv. Go to our classic auto section there. You'll find it on the website. If you would like to own this car, go to our website and find out how. Friends, please remember our website, gunsandgears.tv. We have contact information and a lot more there. Please check us out.
Guns and Gears will be back right after this. Calling all road warriors, river racers, and trailblazers to your adventure connection. Allman Cycleplex in Shreveport, the largest dealership in the Arklatex, celebrates 20 years in the motorcycle business. Allman Cycleplex has the largest selection of bikes, skis, and ATVs, the most complete lines of Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Suzuki, plus the biggest certified used inventory. One shop for sale, service, and accessories. One stop at 6817 Greenwood Road off I-20 in Shreveport. Allman Cycleplex is not your ordinary motorcycle store.
Fun Ford Weekend is an organization developed by Ford enthusiasts to promote Ford drag racing and car show events. Fun Ford Weekend is dedicated to the growth and development of Ford performance. They provide an enjoyable and fun-filled atmosphere for racers and fans. Go to funfordevents.com and check the schedule to see which of the 14 events you can attend this year.
Power, performance, reliability, confidence. The standards by which we expect our vehicles to perform by. ATS Performance makes those products that put the power to the ground. With our line of high-performance torque converters and transmissions, you can feel confident about putting the power to the ground and getting to where you need. ATS Performance, paving the way for the diesels of today.
Presenting Johnny Rowlands' newest CD, On the Highway.
On the highway, that's where I dream. In my Mustang, I got a Mustang, get on board. I got a Mustang, ahead of the rest. My Mustang, set the
and other great songs from Johnny Rowland. $12.95 plus shipping and handling. Order your CD On the Highway with Johnny Rowland at gunsandgears.tv. Order now.
Welcome to Squires Turbo Systems in Orem, Utah. I'm Rick Squires and this is Ben Cahoon. And we're going to tell you a little bit about turbos and show you a revolutionary new product that we have that's going to shake up the turbo world and bring turbocharging to the masses.
How did you come up with this concept, sir?
Well, I've been in the automotive industry for quite a while and seen the evolution of turbochargers, and you know, they're getting real popular, but engine bays aren't getting any more room in them.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
And so I knew that if we were going to sell a lot of these, we were going to have to put them somewhere where you didn't have to do so many modifications to the vehicle.
Now, when we're talking about modifications, typically a turbo has been a nightmare under the hood. Am I correct?
Exactly. And you know, the big problem with cars these days is most everything's plastic. And everything under the hood, you just take something this big that gets 2,000 degrees, put it on there with all that plastic, and you've got some big problems.
What's the advantage of a turbocharger over a supercharger?
The supercharger is typically driven off of a belt, and so they're taking horsepower off the engine to run that supercharger. And so there's a parasitic loss there.
Is it true that a turbocharged horsepower or free horsepower?
It's a lot closer to free horsepower. Nothing's for free, but there are cases where you can get it really close to free.
Someone will say, well, a supercharger will have better response. Is that always true?
Not necessarily. You know, a lot of people think of a supercharger, the centrifugal superchargers, which is basically a belt-driven turbo. They have a lot more lag than a turbo typically will, because they don't have the ability to spool up like a turbo does. They are tied to engine RPM, so you have to rev them up pretty high to get the boost to come on.
Do you have to readjust timing and all sorts of engine sensor impulses?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you definitely have to have that for safe turbocharging. And we've got a couple of different options for that for our customers, depending upon the vehicle.
Now, essentially, this puts the turbocharger where the muffler would go, huh?
Yeah, it does. And there's the turbo itself actually replaces the the job of the muffler. Quieting the exhaust down does a good job of that. And plus, you get to take the weight of the muffler off and replace it with that, so you're not adding extra weight. And another nice thing is that with a supercharger, typically you've got to do a lot of exhaust modifications, headers, high flow exhausts. You don't have to buy any of that with our system.
What happens to gas mileage?
Typically, we see 2 to 4 miles to the gallon increase.
Increase.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the turbo is you've got the ability to run whatever boost you want. And we can even set that up to where you can flip a switch inside the car and change from one boost level to another.
What are you holding, sir?
Well, basically, it's like a catback, except it's a turbo catback.
This is essentially the system right here.
This is the system right here. This is the turbo portion of the system. So you basically just take the exhaust muffler portion off of your car. You bench assemble this, which is a lot easier to do than trying to assemble all this stuff under the hood. And you just slide it up and set it in just like you're changing a catback exhaust.
Now, you actually sell kits. Someone could install this at home, but a lot of people are going to go to a local a tuning shop or something, huh?
Oh, sure. We've got a dealer network around the country. We've got almost 100 dealers across the country where you can get your system put on. But we do have people that like to just buy the system and do it themselves in their garage. Here we've got the turbo assembly. We've assembled this. This is the turbo. This is going to go to your tailpipe. This is your wastegate, which controls the boost level that the turbo is going to make. And this is your exhaust inlet pipe that's going to be hooked to your factory exhaust, where the exhaust will come through here, spin the turbo, and then go out through the tailpipe. We need a turbo oil supply for the turbo. Typically, we'll tee into oil pressure sending unit, so you don't have to drill any holes in your engine. And with the scavenging system that we have, it allows us to pump the oil back to the top of the motor, so we don't have to poke a hole in your oil pan. You don't have to pull your oil pan off. Now, this is the intake piping. This is what takes the charged air from the turbo and pumps it back up to the intake manifold. All of our systems use a K&N off-road filter that keeps all the dirt and everything out of there and keeps your engine nice and clean and safe. Looks like a lot of stuff there, but these are just the silicone hoses and clamps to hook all those intake pipes together. Makes for a quick, easy installation.
Tell us what all you do here, sir.
We're basically installation, fabrication, dyno testing, and dyno tuning facility for automobiles. All right, what we did today was bring in a stock H2 Hummer, loaded it on the all-wheel drive chassis dyno, made some runs until it was consistent. We measured, according to the dyno, peak numbers were 240 pounds of torque at 3,800 RPMs and 202 horsepower at 4,800 RPMs.
Okay, we've got the installation done. The turbo, you can see, is installed. It tucks up nicely up out of the way. And you can see here where the tailpipe comes out. The kit comes like this. It leaves you with the option. Some people like to put a muffler on. Some people like different tips. Some people like to dual it off and have duals. So we basically leave it like that, which allows you to drive the vehicle right after you put the installation on, and then you can customize it later.
All right, after Eric's help, got about 2 hours of install.
That was
got
pretty quick.
Easy. Got the vehicle loaded back on the dyno. Just before lunch, got some dyno testing finished, and here are our numbers. We tested at 350 pounds of torque at 4,000 RPMs, which is about 110 more pounds of torque, and 316 wheel horsepower at 5,400 RPMs. Just about, what, 60% increase over stock?
60% increase.
Yeah.
But if you want to fall in love with your vehicle all over again, let's stick some boost on there, get you set up with the turbo system. For more information, you can contact Squires Turbo Systems at 866-WE-TURBO, or you can visit us on the web at www.ststurbo.com.
And now, here are two identical Dodge Hemi trucks, except one has the STS remote turbocharger. See if you can guess which one.
Stay tuned for more Guns and Gears.
How would you like to have 44 Magnum Performance on your 1911 style pistol? You can with our 460 Rowland pistol kit, available on our website at gunsandgears.tv. With our 460 pistol kit, you can shoot the super powerful 460 Rowland shell as well as the standard 45 ACP in the same gun. With our 460 pistol kit, you can shoot the super powerful 460 Rowland shell as well as the standard 45 ACP in the same gun. The easily installed kit includes a new custom compensated barrel, custom springs, and a full-length recoil guide. Only $275 plus shipping and handling. Order your conversion kit at gunsandgears.tv. For solid shooting support, Choate Machine and Tools presents the Choate Rifle Stabilizer. Cut your offhand group in half. There's a reason many of the finest gun makers choose Choate Machine and Tool stocks as standard equipment for their guns. Choate has an unbeatable combination of quality and value. To order, call toll-free 1-800-972-6390 or go to riflestock.com for Choate's full product line.
Clark Custom Guns is one of the most famous and greatest names in custom guns worldwide. Jim Clark Sr. set the highest standards for accuracy, reliability, quality, and service. His legacy continues today with Clark Custom Guns' full line of gunsmithing on the best handguns and rifles. Now offering the Clark Gator rifle and other extra special models for the gun enthusiasts who will accept nothing less than the very best in shooting performance. Clark Custom Guns, 318-949-9884.
Georgia Arms wants to be your ammo company. They feature a full line of best quality handgun and rifle ammo delivered right to your door at the lowest prices possible. Whether you have a 9mm or a .357 Magnum or a .454 Casull or one of the great .460 Rowland guns, they've got your ammo. Maybe you want cowboy action shells or Precision Plus long-range hunting ammo with Nosler AccuBond bullets. Maybe you want components to load your own ammo. Well, call them to order 1-800-624-6861 or go online at georgia-arms.com.
We're here in Woodland Park, Colorado today talking with Matt Snow, and you've seen Matt before on the program. Friends, it's important. We try and bring you really important products, things that sort of set themselves apart from the rest in the field, and Matt has that. He's probably the most successful maker of methyl alcohol and water injection units on the scene today. Wouldn't you agree, sir?
Well, we've done well. I think that in the last 4 years we've grown and we've applied this thing to just about every type of vehicle, from diesels and certainly the new turbo diesels to gasoline, the turbocharged market that's out there, supercharged, as well as the naturally aspirated cars and the even snowmobiles and motorcycles.
Years ago, when those of us who grew up during the muscle car era, everyone wonders, well, what happened to muscle cars? Well, it was insurance, it was a lot of things, but primarily we couldn't get high-octane fuel anymore. Government regulations literally gutted the octane ratings for fuel, and so you had to back down those big engines so far on timing that they just wouldn't run anymore. It was a disaster for fuel. Well, Matt, actually, your system can address that. So people with some of those muscle cars out there with higher compression engines can get their power back, can't they?
Exactly. I mean, we're cooling intake charges, but the net effect of water and methanol is you're adding a lot of octane to the combustion process, and you can run your 87 octane, your 91 octane. Use our kit. It's like adding 120 octane to the vehicle, so you can run high levels of boost, put full timing in the car, and not worry about any detonation or hurting the engine.
Well, this is a great alternative because you're using windshield washer fluid, huh?
It works great. I mean, we get better results with 50-50, and we will be selling a mix. People can just call us up, and we'll sell them 50-50 water meth that's standardized. But windshield washer fluid works great. I mean, we can get 70 horsepower on that Mustang over there. We can get 60, 70 horse on that diesel over there with windshield washer fluid. You go down to Walmart and pay your 90 cents, and you can get that anywhere. With diesel, the more methanol you use, the more power you get. It's actually adding a real nice fuel for a diesel. And in gasoline, it's more it's higher octane and greater detonation control, so you can add more timing and boost with more methanol. You know, the big thing with diesels right now is you can throw a chip on the thing, plug that thing in 5 minutes, and you got another 100 horsepower. Yeah. What you also have is higher exhaust gas temps when you put that fuel in that combustion chamber, and if you don't find a way to get that out, you can't keep your foot in the throttle because it'll get dangerous. And our kit, water methanol, when you inject it along with these power boxes, we can take a couple of degrees out of those EGTs so you can keep your foot in it when you're towing and going up hills. The key to it is pump and pressure. It's atomization with your nozzle and your pump pressure, and we've got those licked. But the third thing is how you control it. I mean, if you have to read the engine and take different signals off the engine in order to get the right quantity in all the time. And we've got controllers where you can read certain things on the engine to get that just right. And we call them our digital variable controllers, and we've got them for every application now. In a towing application, you know, when you've got your fifth wheel, your 15,000-pound trailer, you're going to have more power when you pass. You can go up the hills faster, keep your foot into it. But the beauty is that people are reporting at least another mile per gallon with this kit when they're towing. And you go a lot of miles, that adds up fast. And we take the exhaust gas temps down on gasoline applications also.
Well, let's do a demonstration, actually, because here's something that is going to impress you.
Here it is, that's full throttle with just regular. Okay, now we locked the converter, we hit it. Now let's hit the water back. You can feel the
feel it right away. Oh my!
we're doing 90. That's 95 right now. So it accelerates fast with the water back. You know what the difference in cost of fuel between 87 octane and 93, and I think that truck needs 93. If you drive a lot, you can pay for this kit in less than a year's time. We've got a few components here that are key to the system. The most important thing with water methanol injection is atomization. This is our nozzle. It actually spins the fluid supersonically in one chamber, and as it goes through the Venturi-shaped orifice, it's extremely finely atomized, and there's some technology in the nozzle to do that. We also have our control mechanisms. This one right here is for a diesel. It's got adjustments on the side here for different levels of boost, and basically this varies the quantity injected with boost. So as your boost goes up, you inject more quantity.
Matt, if someone's interested in finding out more or getting one of your kits, how can they do that?
You can call us at 719-271-5644, or we can be reached on the web at snowperformance.net.
Friends, this is like as we said earlier, I think I said it, a monumental product. So much application, so much potential on vehicles today. Just a great idea. Matt, we appreciate it. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Johnny.
Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
We have found a real gem of a feature film. We don't know much about this. We know it's old. We know that the Topperwines were expert shooters. We know they loved each other, and they really had a trusting relationship. Watch this.
World-renowned as a shooting team for nearly 40 years, Mr. and Mrs. Adolph Topperwine present for your pleasure and entertainment this exhibition of fancy shooting on the beautiful grounds of one of the finest shooting clubs anywhere. Mr. Topperwine, better known as Ad to his half-century following of shooting enthusiasts, makes his own introduction.
The object of this exhibition this afternoon is to show you the wonderful accuracy of Winchester guns and Winchester and Western factor-loaded ammunition. So there's nothing special about the guns, and there's nothing special about the ammunition. I also wish to understand that there's nothing very special or very wonderful about this kind of shooting. We're not out here trying to show you something what someone else can do just as well. And I'm sure there's a good many among you who can do the same kind of shooting that we're doing with the same amount of practice and attention that we've paid to it. You don't have to be a freak to be a marksman, remember that. Success if you're shooting depends entirely how much and how often you shoot and how often you practice. That's all there is to it. I want to introduce to you this time Mrs. Topperwine, my first wife, who will show you different shots with a rifle, pistol, and shotgun. Mrs. Topperwine is one of those happy characters that can shoot equally well with rifle, pistol, or shotgun. Our first shooting will be with a revolver. Here she goes.
Mrs. Topperwine, better known as Plinky, uses a standard .38 special revolver for all her handgun shooting. That was easy. So, to make it a bit harder, she turns the gun sideways. And then to make it still more interesting, the gun is held inverted. Plinky uses Western .38 special mid-range target cartridges. For as she says, only the best is good enough for this kind of shooting. Does she ever miss? Well, Top says she always misses. His fingers. Clay targets seem large, so Top, as we like to call Ed sometimes, draws a neat red heart on a piece of paper, and Plinky puts one bullet after the other into it. If you watch closely, you'll see the fifth bullet cut into the top right edge of the hole made by the first 3 shots. Yes, things are getting tougher. These wooden discs are considerably smaller than the previous targets, but Plinky takes them in her stride. There are times, however, when Ad, confident in her ability, puts her on the spot. This seems to be one of those times. Let's listen in on this.
No, Daddy, don't do that.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead, but don't you miss it.
Close your eyes and hold it steady.